Hello, everybody. Welcome to Beyond Boundaries with Lisa Richmond. I'm Lisa Richmond, and this is Thoughtful Thursday. So, I come on every Thursday, tune into spirit, bring through any channel message, mediumship message, whatever comes through, essentially with the idea and the will and the intention for the greatest good for whoever's listening, and bringing forward any messages. Sometimes it's very specific to whomever's watching, and sometimes it's really about the collective energy. So Thursday's Thoughtful Thursday, that's just direct channel from spirit. And then I also do Tarot Tuesdays, where I do the same thing essentially, but I use cards, tarot cards, and just to kind of illustrate and tell the story of whatever message you're supposed to hear. I say that with quotations. So if you're new here, welcome. And trust that you've been brought here for a reason, maybe to hear the message today or to connect into the energy that is being held in this space. And know that whatever message comes through today, it is something that you already know. Your higher self, your intuitive knowing, you already know this. This is just confirmation. So if it resonates, it's meant for you because it's brought to you within the frequency that you're holding. And if it doesn't, that's okay. That means it's not for you. It's for someone else. So, yeah, that's it. Let's just get right into it and see, how have we been doing? How have we been feeling? I think that our energy lately has been interesting because we have been experiencing massive changes. That has been the theme for so long, is change, change, change. But we're actually seeing it now. We're feeling it right now is the change, because we're being brought into opportunities of extreme growth, or growth that might not seem like growth, but it's growth because we're all of a sudden brought into opportunities where we're able to experience maybe a difference. We're coming face to face or in an experience where we used to do something, or we used to react a certain way, or it used to be a certain way, and now that situation is coming forward again and we're reacting completely different. Or we're even receiving the message completely different. We're holding ourselves differently. We're perceiving it differently. This is all indication that we have gone through a huge period of growth. We've gone huge, major upheaval, major developmental growth, understandings. We've done a ton of healing, done a karmic healing. There's been so much that has transpired that now we're in this energy of this coming together, this connection, this bridge, so to speak, of coming out of that energy. We're never fully done, right? We're never fully done. But we've just come out of a major cycle of growth and healing, and we're moving in through this transitional kind of fog, this bridge, so to speak, into this next level consciousness, this higher timeline. Okay? And some of us are here on the bridge, here, and it doesn't matter where you are, because it's not better than or worse than. It's just what we're here to experience in the divine timing of it, and which is really, really important to remember, is the divine timing, because we can't rush spirit. We can't rush our divine, blueprint. That's another thing that keeps coming up, is this divine blueprint that we're kind of rolling on. Now, when I say divine blueprint that we came in with, our soul's plan, that's very much a thing. Yet it's not something where it's oh, no, you're not supposed to go that way. You're supposed to go this way. It has to be. We follow this blueprint with the help of our guidance team. That's why they're there. We ask them to come in and help us to navigate through this. But we come in with free will, because that's a part of the agreement. And we also come in with amnesia, not remembering anything. So here we are going through this blueprint plan, not knowing exactly what the heck's going on, because we forget our soul's plan in the first place. And we have the free will. So if we're in a situation where we had kind of planned to go down this road and experience this, we might have taken a left turn. Fine, it's not wrong. It just means that sometimes things might feel a little off balance or off kilter, where you're ooh, I'm in a bunch of situations that totally aren't aligning with me, or every road I try to go down or every door I try to go through is like totally locked. It's not wrong. It's just about what you're experiencing through that free will. And inevitably you get back on track because a moment happens, you meet somebody, like your guides are working with you, okay? So they just brought that like really strong visual message in, which was really cool to see actually, because I can see it in this energetic kind of like quantum level of us humans trying to navigate through this blueprint. It's really interesting. Anyway, so just know that like you're never so far off the path where you're like, I have no purpose. Maybe it's that sense of feeling where it's like, what the hell am I doing here? What is my purpose? Maybe you're at this point in your divine plan where you are at a new set of possibilities, or there's a fork in the road, or you have like the opportunity to take part in new learning and understanding, yet divine timing has to take its place. And so just know that there's no accident. You're not just here in this world by accident, just existing with nothing. Everything is very divinely guided, and you're very protected, and you have a team with you. And you're experiencing what you're experiencing as a purpose, as a foundational part of either the building blocks or the route that you're going or experience that you have. Even if it's hard, maybe that road that you are like has designed for yourself is you actually designed it to be hard. And I'm not saying that you're only going down the right path if it feels like easy, because that's not true either, right? We don't learn without struggle, without resistances, without like conflict, without shadow. Like we need those things in order to gain knowledge and grow. And so the message today is like I didn't even have to stop and like they just like poured it in with me, is that you're doing exactly what you're to do. Trust that you have amnesia here. You came in not to know everything. Right? We all came in with different tidbits of understanding and knowledge and gifts and all that stuff. But you came in with this divine plan, with this divine blueprint, in order for you to experience what you're here to experience. And that's so beautiful. But it's not always easy. So just trust that. I think I have like some glitchy stuff going. Yeah, I do. Weird. Anyway, trust that you're here with like a purpose, and that you're following that purpose, and you're following this road, and you're following this like unmarked divine system, and that there's no wrong choices. There's no I feel like the energy of what they're trying to get through is that there's a lot of us that are sitting right now and being like, what in the hell is my purpose? What is my plan? Why does everything feel like it doesn't have a lot of significance, or it doesn't have a lot of like moments of like super clear knowing? And I think that this is because it's not always this like straight trajectory. And when we are in a place of like connecting to worlds, and we're in a place of like higher understanding, or like moving up in a frequency or a timeline, we can get kind of in that fog. And I talked about the fog last week. We're moving exactly where we need to be moving, in the direction we're going, and it is all purposeful. But sometimes we need to stop and like regenerate. Get some rest, restore, transmute old things, allow old patterns to dissipate, and surrender to the timing of things, surrender to the divine path and your guidance team. And maybe, like I said on Tuesday too, is like maybe disconnect from our perception of needing control with everything. And Spirit's really clear with this, is that this is not a mistake. This is not a glitch. This is also not a time to get really taken in by fear, because there's so many narratives that's coming to the surface right now. And know that the reason why they're coming to the surface is for us to know about them so we can make change happen, not to get devastated and crippled by fear. Okay? It's two different things. We want to be able to have knowledge and to go forward with knowledge and to know where we want to be and the choices we want to make within that, and not be like taken in by the fear narrative. Okay, so if there is something that you're kind of like taking part in or listening to or kind of like enthralled in, but the underlying tone of it is fear, really kind of like detach and get yourself back in alignment with yourself and your knowing that you have this divine system going, and that to keep going and trust your guides and trust your heart and trust your intuitive knowing, and not to be taken back by like, oh my God, our world is crumbling and like, what are we going to do? Right? That's ego keeping us safe. I'm not saying that those things don't exist, but I'm saying that for you to be on your path, your divine path, it isn't led by fear. I can tell you that right now, because that's not in our authentic energy. Okay, so there's like a ton of different messages here, and I think it's really cool that Spirit's coming in with such like strong confirmation that you're exactly where you need to be. And know that if you're kind of off path and you're like, you know, not feeling like under the spot where all the good things come out, that's okay too. Either you just need to rest, restore, recalibrate, close up some of this stuff. And sometimes we get there physically before we get there like spiritually or emotionally. And so we got a lot of stuff to catch up. Or sometimes we get there spiritually, emotionally, and our body takes time to catch up. So like we're feeling ascension symptoms, sick and tired, and maybe not clear with receiving messages from Spirit, and maybe like we're like kind of out of sorts a little bit, right? That's kind of the like the mix of how it feels right now. Yet also acknowledge that we can be in all these things and still totally be grounded and secure with ourselves, and not like often like hardcore anxiety attacks either, right? So like even if we can acknowledge that, hey, had this been the energy that I was in 5 years ago, I'd be a wreck. I'd be drinking and I'd be whatever. And now you're like, no, I just need a good night's sleep, right? Like, who knows what it might be, but like just acknowledge, first of all, how far you've come in the past 4 or 5 years, and acknowledge that there's no mistakes and you're exactly where you need to be. So just trust. And I do not want to sound condescending with this, but I'm saying like there is a very beautiful divine plan in this, and it's all unraveling in really great timing. It's just that we're kind of in this transitional point, and that is as purposeful as getting to a destination. Okay, so take this time to acknowledge how far you've come. Really tune into the things, like getting back on your kind of path can be, I was going to say as easy, but sometimes it's not as easy. So it can be as clear as just kind of coming into yourself and being like, okay, I'm just going to take a couple days to just like balance out my energy and to like kind of recalibrate what it is that I need to do or know at this time. And I'm going to trust that, and I'm going to just take a bit. Like I'm not going to over plan, or I'm not going to overthink things. I'm just going to kind of like roll with it, allow my body to kind of guide me, and just rest a little bit in that, because that's actually, that recalibration is going to propel us further and faster than it is to try to like plow through with our perception of how we need to get somewhere. Okay, that has been a consistent message that's come through as well. It's don't micromanage Spirit, don't over control things. Okay, if we do feel like we need to over control things, that's generally our indicator that we are out of alignment, and we need to come back into our alignment, realign ourselves to be able to go forward and do the things that are naturally in place to do. Okay, so you're on your path. Things are going exactly how they need to. Just trust. And you have a team with you that's helping you through and navigate this time, because you orchestrated that many moons ago. Okay, there is a power that is you, that is your greatest good, that's your higher power, that is like aligning you. Okay, so it's not about you being like just put it off to the universe. And then, because some people are like, no, I need to know more than that. Maybe you just need to be like, I know that I'm in good hands because I designed this for myself. And I know what I need for myself. I don't need to go outside of myself to figure out what I need. I know that I have designed everything that I needed to design for myself so that I can be and do and all the things that I designed myself to have and do and be in this life. We just forgot it when we came in. But just trust that you did it for a reason. And sometimes that trust is that trust in self. Be like, I know that I'm exactly where I need to be. I know I'm exactly who I need to be in the body that I chose to do all the things that I came here to do and experience for my soul's greatest growth. And sometimes it's just like, okay, all right, I got this then, right? I can get back on path. And then you can start to like slow down enough to see all the things that are around you that you can enjoy and take part in some of the beauty and the magic that is so present in this season. Okay? So I hope that this finds you well and that it resonates, because it's a really beautiful, amazing message that came through. So thank you everybody for tuning in, and I hope that that you can share some of these moments with us and that we can take part in this community and really encourage each other to feel that strength and that knowing in our divine plan, okay? If you have any questions about anything that came through today, throw it in the comments and I'll help to break it down to the best I can. I'll have to watch it back to know what I said because it was very much channeled from spirit. So I send this to you with love. I hope it reaches everybody safely, and I will hopefully see you all back here next week for Tarot Tuesday and again on Thoughtful Thursday. And again, I said this on Tuesday, but I'm going to be doing sound healing and meditations once a month, not every Saturday. So tune into that when you find it, and sending you lots of love from frozen Canada to wherever you are watching this. Sending lots of love, everybody. Mwah. Take care.